Social Emotional Learning in Health and Physical Education, an Integrated Approach. Communication, Part 3. Please note, this presentation has been divided into 5 sections due to its length and difficulty uploading. The short introduction will remain the same for each segment. Thank you. Hi there. Glad to join in the conversations and sharing. This will be a little different approach as I will find it difficult to tune into the collaboration schedule. I've created a slideshow presentation. This slideshow presentation is intended to act as a companion guide to my publication, Sticks and Stones, Improving Group Dynamics Through the Use of Cooperative and Leadership Games, an Integrated Approach. You should be able to conveniently listen to the presentation according to your own schedules. The slides are somewhat color-coded, which might allow you to scroll and listen to specific segments. The 5 segments of the presentation are the why and what of social emotional learning, group dynamics, communication, creating the right teaching environments and learning opportunities, and practical applications of collaboration. I hope you enjoy. Today I'll be sharing some highlights from my action research project. In a 3-phase interdisciplinary strategy, a 5th grade class was coached on interpersonal skills in the classroom and reinforced that learning in a special physical education class. The objective? To reintroduce a rejected child back into the class with some measure of acceptance. This was presented at the SHAPE Conference in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, July 2019. The theme, Exploring the Mind-Body Connection, Social Emotional Learning in Health and Physical Education. Note that this action research was conducted as an extension of regular skill-based instruction and curriculum. For a free download of my work and the foundations of this presentation, please contact me through my website, crazycartwheel.com, by going to the contact page and sending me an email. Lessons and activities are included in this publication, which you may find useful. A special note on communication. We are not mind readers. We express ourselves verbally and non-verbally. Communication is the building block of all group interaction processes, decision-making, and problem-solving. Therefore, interpersonal communication skills are essential for success in today's world. And it's through communication that group members reach understandings of one another, build trusting relationships, achieve goals through coordinated actions and planned strategies, and conduct all group activity. As an introduction to this section on communication, I've inserted a very brief clip from one of the classic comedy sketches of all time, Who's On First, by Lou Costello and Bud Abbott.
What do you want, Costello?
Look, Abbott, I understand that you're going to be the manager of the Lou Costello Junior Youth Foundation baseball team.
Yes, we just organized the thing.
Oh, you did?
Sure.
Well, I'd like to play on the team myself. You know, I know something about baseball.
Well, that would be accomplished.
Well, I'd like to know some of the guys' names on the team so when I meet them on the street or in the ballpark, I'll be able to say hello to them.
Why, surely I'll introduce you to the boys. But you know, strange as it may seem, they give these ball players nowadays very peculiar names.
You mean funny names?
Nicknames, pet names, like Dizzy Dean,
Brother Daffy?
Daffy Dean, and
I'm their French cousin.
French cousin.
Goofy.
Goofy. Well, now, let's see. We have on the bags, we have who's on first, what's on second, I don't know who's on third.
That's what I want to find out.
What silly name? I say who's on first, what's on second, I don't know who's on third.
Are you the manager?
Yes.
You know the fellow's name?
Well, I should.
Well, then who's on first?
Yes.
I mean the fellow's name.
That's it.
That's who?
Yes.
Well, go ahead and tell me.
Who?
The guy on first.
Who?
The first baseman.
Who?
Have you got a first baseman?
Who is on first?
I'm asking you who's on first.
More on the negative factors affecting group cohesiveness, the two components of communication. One, the ability to send effective verbal and nonverbal messages, and two, the ability to receive messages, active listening. The ability to send messages both verbally and nonverbally requires that the message needs to be clearly understood. A special note on nonverbal communication. One of the most important skills of effective teaching is the ability of teachers to read the nonverbal cues of students and determine emotional and mental states. Nonverbal communication consists of actions rather than words. Actions speak louder than words. Research indicates that people are more likely to trust nonverbal messages as being more accurate than verbal in revealing the sender's true feelings. It's estimated that as much as 80 to 90% of the meaning of messages is derived from nonverbal communication, body language, tone of voice, and facial expression, and that the face is the primary mode of communication with regard to a person's feelings. Also, that eye contact is considered one of the most significant of the nonverbal communication skills. The second component, the ability to receive messages, active listening. The receiver must want to hear and understand what the sender has to say, and must accurately understand and interpret the sender's ideas and feelings. The skills necessary to accomplish this are paraphrasing, checking one's perception of the sender's feelings, negotiating for meaning. Of these three, paraphrasing is probably considered the most important. Paraphrasing is the ability to speak for yourself only after you have first restated the ideas and feelings of the sender accurately and to the sender's satisfaction. A final note on communication. Time to reset the language that is being used to define us. Language is powerful. From experience to the present time, I've come to the conclusion that these four words, play, game, cooperation, competition, are concerning obstacles in physical education communication channels, both professionally and with the general public, and especially concerning with regard to writing IEPs and intercommunication with special education departments and the parents of our children with disabilities. Play. The play of children is very serious business and a vital role for self-development. There are different types of play that children engage in. Physical education engages in play with a purpose. Games. Physical education uses carefully selected and developmentally appropriate games as the medium through which learning takes place. Cooperation. Physical education classrooms are ideal settings for social emotional learning because the structure of most cooperative and small group games can be found there. Self-awareness, motivation, cooperative skills, communication skills, empathy, self-control, decision-making, stress management, personal responsibility, conflict resolution, and group dynamics. Hinson, 1993. Competition. There is a distinct difference between athletic competition and physical education competition, which is an important component of physical education curriculums. Physical education curriculums at the elementary level typically focus on the acquisition of fundamental skills which may or may not lead a child to pursue athletic competition. Athletic competition falls under the umbrella of physical education, not the other way around. Athletic competition requires sport-specific training with dedicated practice on the specific skills the sport requires. That training is most frequently practiced outside of normal instructional school day. Athletic competition, zero-sum winner-loser, is non-educational practice for children and exclusive, non-inclusive practice limiting learning opportunities for most students. Granesky, 1993. This concludes Part 3 on communication in social and emotional learning in health and physical education, an integrated approach. Up next, Part 4, creating the right teaching environments and learning opportunities.